Right then, guys, how we all doing? Hope we're all good. Isagenix, UK and Europe, hope we're all fired up for an absolutely awesome world-class training call with an absolute legend, not just in network marketing UK, but in network marketing globally. This guy who's about to jump on this call and give you exclusive world-class training on how to build your brand on social media. Lately, I, in my opinion, think that this guy's becoming the Eric Worre of the UK. He's a very humble guy. I'll not say that himself, but he is becoming the Eric Worre of the UK. He spoke at GoPro in December, just gone, in front of, 15, 20,000 people, sharing the stage with Eric Worre. That is something, Eric Worre doesn't just pick people to speak on his stage who don't know what they're on about. He picks world-class people that know exactly what they're doing. This guy has built a team. When he was in his network marketing days, he built a team of 30,000 business builders and 250,000 customers when he was in his building days in the network marketing profession, which is absolutely phenomenal. What he then developed is he kind of led the way on building network marketing through social media. He learned social media that well that he decided to take a step back from the field and then start actually consulting companies and being a generic network marketing trainer for all companies within the industry on how to build a business on social media. And he's now absolutely crushing it. He's providing a lot of value to people worldwide, traveling the world and showing people how to build a brand online. So that's it from me. We're not here to listen to Tyler today. We're here to listen to the main man himself. So please welcome Frazer Brookes to the call. How are you doing, bro?
Your class. Your class, no matter what, you bring in the energy, man. I love that. There's too many Zoom calls that I go on, and it's hello everybody and welcome to the call. Tonight we are going to be done. Must be those products, man. It must be those Isagenix, those the e-shots, the Isagenix, and all of that, right? And I know you guys have got a really, really exciting event. Is it next month?
3 weeks tomorrow it starts.
Oh, it does? All right, cool. So cool little bit of insight for you guys. So I'm very fortunate and blessed to be super good friends with some of the pretty much all of the top 10 income earners in Australia in Isagenix. Those guys are doing insane numbers. And they just had their celebration, literally came at the weekend. And I go to Australia to go hang out with them all next weekend, which is cool. But I was talking to some of them before I got on this call because I said, hey, I'm doing a call for Isagenix and, a few friends over here. When's it, how important do you think the celebration event is? And they all said that everyone's business just skyrocketed from that event. It just took things to a whole nother level. Now, I ask people this question, very, very simple. I'll ask you to answer it in the chat box. Do you want to earn 10 times more or 10 times less than the average person? So you can either earn 10 times more or 10 times less, right? 10x more, yes, 10x more. Obviously, right? Pretty much a no-brainer. If you said 10 times more, then probably on the wrong call, right? Now, in network marketing, the average person who attends events earns 10 times more than the average person who doesn't attend events. So if you want to earn 10 times more, get to the event. This is an event in a way, but that celebration, guys, Isagenix don't do things cheap. They don't do things small. They go big and they go very, very big, right? And the incomes being produced are extremely massive, okay? All right, cool. So I'll get into it. My name is Frazer Brookes. I'm 30 years old, soon to be 31. I'm getting old now. Early 30s. Now I have to go into that bracket. Not 30, I now have to go into early 30s. So I'm 30 years old. I'm from a place called Liverpool, but currently living in a place called Germany. Actually, there's been a proper day rave today. There's a carnival going on. No one's been working. Swear down, 9 a.m. woke up to Darude sandstorm. At 9 a.m. What is that? That doesn't happen in Liverpool. I think they know how to party here. Walking down the streets, people are in gimp outfits. They're in full leathers. They're wearing clown outfits. It's just weird. It's just weird, right? It is a good tune, that, isn't it? Yeah, proper good tune, that. So, which was a pleasure to wake up to at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I'm jet lagged, so I'm not up at 7:30 like a lot of you guys. So anyway, so I actually, my network marketing career started in 1987, but I wasn't born until 1988. My parents were so broke they couldn't afford to pay attention. So my dad had this genius idea that what he was going to do, he was just going to take all the spare rooms in his house and then rent them out to complete strangers, which is now known as Airbnb. He was a smart guy, but obviously not that smart. So mum and dad, when my mum was pregnant with me, they were in the master bedroom. Then there was spare bedroom number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, reception room number 1, reception room number 2. All rented out to the strangers, sharing bathrooms and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, my dad walks downstairs and on the kitchen table there's a newspaper and he spots, my dad doesn't read, he's not like, he'll say himself, he's not the smartest person on the planet, right? So he sees this picture of an Aston Martin and these 3 words above the Aston Martin, MLM, MLM, MLM. I drive an Aston Martin, you can too, call me now. So he honestly thought that MLM stood for Make Love Monthly. Honestly, like it's not as part of his story. That is like what he thought it was. He was like, I can't make love monthly. Maybe it's make lots of money. That's what it is. Make lots of money, Aston Martin. I'm in, right? I called the number up and the guy said, it's multi-level marketing. We've got an event in Blackpool. It's only down the road. Come along, 500 people there. I was in the room, in the womb, right? So I was at my first event when I was in the womb. My dad was elbowing me in the head saying, yeah, we're going to do this. Let's go. Like, energy, right? The energy, felt the energy. Because when the timing comes for the right people, they'll say yes, right? It's our job to just get the right message in front of the right audience at the right time. We can control the message, and we can control the message. Our message will create the audience on social media, and the timing's down to them. I genuinely believe everyone in there, every single person on the planet will join network marketing at some point in the other, unless they've inherited a shitload of money. Sorry, they've inherited a lot of money, or they've got business themselves which is successful. And you know what, guys? There's not that many successful businesses out there. All right? So I just genuinely believe it's the better way. And you guys just happen to be in one of the biggest companies, but you're below the basement floor, looking up at the basement floor before the ground floor. It's not a ground floor opportunity. It's a below basement floor opportunity. You're in that early in Europe, right? Do not take that easily. Like it's going to be tough because you're going to be the pioneer, but pioneers were the first to see the gold. And guess what that meant? They made the money, they had the money, and they were the winners. So what I'm going to talk to you about is I'm just going to give you my 5-step like social media DMO, but I want to give you 3 things to get better at recruiting, because if you get better at recruiting, not only will your paycheck be more, but the duplication that comes in your team will skyrocket. And I'm talking like skyrocket. Because when your team see you recruiting more, whether you get recruits in or not, just them seeing you recruiting will make them want to recruit. Because you can't control the number of people who are going to say yes, but you can control the number of people who say yes or no, right? Because that word no, we all hear it, all right? So here we go. So the 5 things that I do every single day on social media, I'll just go over them really, really quickly, is number 1, I produce content. Now, a lot of them are done on the toilet. You'll see I'll post like a sentence. And the last one was surround yourself with people who elevate you and not deflate you. Literally on the toilet, I wrote that. 1,200 likes later, I went back to the toilet the next day to see how many comments it had. And it did. It's great. The toilet technique, honestly, it works. And I shared that at GoPro. And after it, Eric was like, I can't believe you use my stage as a toilet. Because I actually sat down on the stage, treating it like a toilet. And I was like, well, if you're going to have the Brits in, you got to expect us to mix shit up. Sorry. Yeah, that's appropriate. To mix stuff up, right? So the second step is comment. So every day I'm commenting. Now, I don't do it as much as I used to because I log on to Facebook maybe twice a day now, not every 13 minutes like I used to. But when I'm on there, I'm commenting, because commenting, in my opinion, is one of the biggest income-producing activities on social media. Because the reason for that is when you comment, random people will see your profile. They'll see, oh, good comment, nice, right? And they will go over to your profile and they will check you out, okay? The third thing is connect. So when you produce content and you produce comments, people will want to add you and connect with you, all right? They'll want to add you and they'll want to connect with you. But I'm going to show you a way in a minute which will completely blow you off your faces. if that's even a thing, but we just made that up. And it's going to blow you off your face. Makes no sense, but it will, right? And you'll be able to build any market internationally almost at a click of your fingers, and you'll never run out of people to talk to. All right, so I'm going to talk about that in a sec. The fourth thing is communicate. So when you connect with people, you've got to communicate with them too. Don't just expect people to join your business just because like, I met you on social media, like you should join my business, like it's amazing. No, you got to communicate with them. I'll talk about that in a sec. And then close. So every single day I produce content, I comment, I connect, I communicate, and I close. That's it. Now, what am I closing now? Because I'm not involved in a company. I close myself, like as a mentor, as an upline, as a coach, like a virtual upline, as a coach, as a trainer. All right. But let's talk about recruiting, right? The first thing, and I know I move a million mile an hour, guys, so I'm glad that I can see that recording button in the top left. Tyler's a smart lad. He knows what he's doing there, right? He's probably going to put me on times like 0.5, so it'll actually sound like I'm talking like this. So step number one. So phase number one is you need to collect friends. If you want to get better at recruiting, you've got to collect friends. Now, you guys have all joined Isagenix. You guys are all smart. You guys are all switched on, right? This was the thing that I was told to do first when I joined. Frazer, and my dad told me this because my dad was my upline. He said, Frazer, go write a list of everyone you know. Go in the left-hand column, write down the numbers from 1 to 200, then write down the name of everyone, and then write down like how you're going to contact them. I was all right, Dad. 200, he said, 200 would be a breeze for you, Frazer. Be a breeze, because the average student who finishes university knows 2,000 people. And I was like, okay, shit, I don't think I know 2,000 people. So I wrote down 137 names on my piece of paper. And straight away, I felt like I was a failure, right? Because my dad said the average student knows 2,000. When I was a student, I knew 6% of what the average person knew. Oh, crap, right? So I had another problem, though. 100 and something of the 137 people my dad had met. And because he's an aggressive network marketer, he met them and he prospected them. So 100 and something odd of my 137 people had already heard about what I was in because he was involved in it. And I was like, Now, the other problem was the remaining 30 odd, guess what? They've seen me vomit on my own shoes. They've carried me home. They've put me into bed. They've seen me kissing strange girls. They've seen me kissing strange boys. They've seen me dressed up as Michael Jackson in a convict's outfit. Right, that time when he did a stint in jail, and I thought I'd take the mick out of it by, they've seen me do all sorts. Who in their right mind would join someone in business that they've piggybacked home, kicking lamps or like kicking street lamps on the way home? Right, like, yeah, let's try and knock that one off. Way, yeah, lads, let's go jump into that hedge. Way, this is great fun. No one's going to do that. No one in their right mind. Andy's laughing because he's like, yeah, Newcastle, that's a standard Friday night, that is, lad. That's a standard Friday night. Yeah, standard Friday. I've seen you like what you guys get up to in the tune and all that. Anyway, so what happened was I learned very quickly that network marketing is a stranger's business. If you can tap into a stranger's market, you'll make a lot of money. If you're reliant on just your friends and family, then you struggle. And I look at it this way. I look at, if you hold your hands out, right, in this like hand, you've got strangers. And in this hand, you've got your friends and family, right? Too many people do that. And they don't have a clue like how they communicate. You've got to understand that how you speak to your friends and family is different to how you speak to your strangers, right? Because they trust you and they know you and they love you, but also they've got this different image about you, like that lad who, he gets drunk on, at Matthew Street Festival and he has a wee in the street, like that kind of thing, instead of like just, wanting to build a business. So anyway, I'm going to show you a tool now where you can find the perfect prospect. I'm going to show you how it works. All right. You ready for it? All right. Nice. Let's go. Share. And you guys are getting this because you turned up. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to go to a website called ninjasearchtool.com. 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 Right, you're probably going to be asked for a PIN code. If you're asked for a PIN code, then pay very close attention, write it down, because It's not very memorable. So the pin code is 1, 2, 3, 4. Just in case, like, just write it down. Make sure you don't forget that one because it's tough. It's a tough one, that one. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, here's the beauty, right? It took me ages to develop this. I've been waiting for something like this. I just knew it was going to help my team. Now it's going to help you guys. So I'm going to search for everyone on Facebook, people who I'm not friends with on Facebook, people who I am friends with on Facebook, or friends of my friends on Facebook. So non-friends. If you're a female, guess what you target, guys? Other females. If you're a male, guess what you target, guys? Other males, right? If you are a male and you're in a relationship, then if you want to target females, then have a photo with you and your missus, right? Because then it doesn't come as kind of across as creepy as much. As a woman, if you're getting added by a couple, then it's much more safe and secure than getting added by a bloke who's going to ask you if you can send you photos of his body parts. Like, I know, like, I've had them sent to me. Like, hey, what do you think of this? And a little cocktail sausage comes on the screen. And I'm like, oh, mate, like, put it away, will you? Like, why would you flaunt that? I don't understand. Anyway, so what you're going to do is set it to female, leave the language as default to English, current location. Where, Tyler, where's celebration? London.
Birmingham, mate.
Birmingham. Nice. Thanks, mate. Birmingham. My spelling's awful. Interested in, let's have a think. Well, your products is pretty good for that. Health. Find people. Now, what it will do is it will then send me over to Facebook, right? And it will find me, when my Facebook decides to act up, it will find me all the women who live in Birmingham who have an interest in something to do with health, whether it's in a group or a page that they've liked, right? So Grace, Misbah, I'm so bad. I butcher every single name you can think of. Kelly, Michelle, Poppy, Rachel, all these people. And guys, there's hundreds of them. My Facebook it randomly just refreshes every now and again. It's really annoying. But there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. But that's just one city with one interest. What happens if you search business? What happens if you search lifestyle, weight loss, wellness, shakes, supplements? Shakes as in like nutritional shakes, not like shakes that you find in Abu Dhabi. Like, don't be doing that, right? So here's the great thing about this though. I can pretty much tell you guys that Isagenix will most likely roll out throughout all of Europe, right? Usually companies like that, they move quite fast and they go through different parts of Europe. So let's say they decide, you know what, guys, we're launching in Italy. We're launching in Italy. And we're going to, so what you're going to say is you're going to go, all right, well, Italy. The only problem with Italy is the majority of people there, they only speak Italian. So here you go, English. You type in English. Current location, let's go Milan. Milan's a cool city. Interested in business. Find people. Oh, surprise, surprise. Donna Brown, come on down. Lives in Milan. She's obviously female. She lives in Milan, but she's from Toronto. Flipping heck. Likes Harvard Business Review, so she's tuned into some sort of business. Speaks English, Italian, and French. So I can communicate with her in English. She can then go and speak to people in Italy or France, in Canada or in Italy, build a big business. And I'm just chatting to her. I'm just chatting to her in Italian, in English. I might even learn a bit of Italian while I'm at it. All you got to do is speak like that. Like, just put an O on everything and speak like a dad. And you've nailed it. And just eat margaritas and carbonaras for like 4 or 5 weeks. Do a 90-day plan with pizzas, carbonaras, and margaritas, and you'll be Italian in no time, right? So that is how you can literally, right? You can literally go and go ahead and do that, right? I've used that for so many years. I actually created it in 2010, and it was funny because Facebook, they created something. I forgot what it's called. Something search, chart search, graph search. That was it. Graph search, right? Graph search. So they created graph search, and they wrote in there like people who live in Spain, right? And I was like, like, I want to find people who live in Spain, who like certain thing, and I want to target it by sex. So I did that, and we grew. That's how I got 125 to 130,000 customers in Kazakhstan in just under 13 months, because we found people using that tool in Kazakhstan, and it just blew up. All right? So collecting friends. So what's going to happen now is once you find people, what are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? Like, found someone great. Let's hope they add me. No. Too many people find someone and then add them and then wait. Right? So come on, Donna. Accept my friend request. Come on. You've got this, Donna. Is today going to be the day? No. You find someone, you add them, and then you message them telling them why you're connecting. Hey, Donna, noticed that you live in Milan, looking to connect with people there. How's things? Hey, Andy, noticed that you also support Liverpool Football Club. Thought it'd be cool to connect. How's things? Right? Hey, Mary, noticed that you also have 2 dogs. Me too. Thought it'd be cool to connect. How's things? Hey, Bob, noticed that you have, 2 daughters. Me too. Thought it'd be cool to connect. How's things? Now, here's the hard part. The majority of people are going to tell you politely to naff off. They're going to tell you, why are you adding me? They're gonna tell you thumbs up, or they're gonna see your message and not reply, or they might not even see your message. What do? Do you have a cry about it? No, you just get on with it. You build the bridge, you walk over it, you just get on with it, right? It's a numbers game, right? But you're doing the numbers game the right way. You're going to be communicating with people who are prepared to connect with you, not communicating with people who aren't prepared to connect with you. That's known as cold message spamming. Right? Join my business. Here's a link. Bang. That link that you guys have got, which has some tools on it, is flipping gold. It's worth millions and millions of dollars. Go ask the Vavras. Go ask other friends of mine in Australia how much money they've made from that link. Flipping fortune, like staggering amounts of money. And there's people just going, oh, there you go. There's my link. That's what I think of it. Just throw it away into the dark. Just there you go. No, people should be begging you for that link. And I'm going to show you how that can happen. Don't just give it away, right? Make people beg for, not actually begging for it, but yeah, I think you get my point. I'm like, please, I'll give you anything for the link. Right. So once you've started connecting with people, I use an acronym called LORD, right? Very, very simple. The L stands for location. The O stands for occupation. The R stands for recreation. And the D stands for dreams. So location, occupation, recreation, dreams. Location. So where are you based? Sydney. Awesome. Nice. So what did you do for a living in Sydney? And what's your occupation? Oh, I work as I was working on a construction site. Awesome. How long have you been doing that for? 25 years now. 25 years. That's a prison sentence. You must love it if you've been doing it for 25 years. No, I hate my boss. What am I doing? Yes. Ha ha ha. Yes. Pain. He hates his job. He hates his boss. Ha. Now, I'm not typing that out to him, right? I'm not saying like, ha 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 ha, unlucky. I'm not saying I'm writing it down in my notes or whatever, right? So once I've done that, and then I might even ask them the dreams. The D is very hot. Oh, no, I say it every time and I make a mistake. The D is very difficult, right? The D is very difficult for you to say and do, right? So talking about someone's dreams, tough, right? So if you feel awkward about it or you're not getting a good response about it, I'm giving you the permission to skip that, right? They were like, oh, Frazer said I can't poach them. I can't speak to them until I've gone through the D. Like, no, just if you feel good about it, do it. If you don't, right? Then that basically is collecting friends. Your list, your Facebook friends list should grow every day. If you add 5 people, remove 2 or 3. If you add 20 people, remove 5 to 10. The R stands for recreation, like hobbies. All right. And your name is iPhone. Nice. What a great name. Your name is iPhone Van R. Brilliant name, iPhone. That's fantastic, mate. So anyway, that's what you want to do, because Facebook will see. It's one thing I've done like daily. If I add people, I remove people. Facebook, And then it's been one of those things that it's really helped my algorithm in particular. Facebook just see like this guy just knows who he wants to connect with because he's every day going through his friend requests. The majority of people don't ever delete people. It's so important to delete people. So important, right? I delete people who don't engage with me. I delete people who don't communicate with me. I delete people who are actually in the team. Like, it's brutal, but I can connect people in the team in groups or on the chat. Like, if you have any more than 20% of your friends list, people who are people in your team, chances are, guess what's going to happen? You're only going to see posts of people in your same company. Is that going to build your business? Nope. Brutal, but it's true, right? So that's first phase, collecting friends. The second phase, the second part in the process is collecting decisions. So we've got new friends, we've got a growing list, right? We've got a list that's growing every single day and not going down every single day. Now we need to collect decisions. So we need to see if someone's open. Because I'm looking at a door right now and it's open. What can I do to an open door? I can close it. What can you do to a closed door? Well, you can't close it. You might be able to open it, but it might be locked. And most people are. But I've got an open door. What's my goal to do to that door? Close it. Okay, great. So I'm going to ask permission. So usually after a break in communication, I will ask this question. And the reason for the break in communication is, I remember when I was texting a girl about 14 years ago, I was 16, I'd just done my GCSEs, I felt on top of the world, right? I was like, yes, school's over, thank God for that, right? So I remember texting with this girl and it was going great. And I was like, my dad even called me one day, he's like, Frazer, why are you smiling? Like, who are you texting? You're smiling, it's a bit weird. Like, who are you texting? I literally texted for the first time. And I was texting with her and it was back and forth. I was like, this is going all right, this. Lads, I think I'm in. Like, I think I'm in there, lads. Like, come on, yeah. Everyone's like, woo. And then all of a sudden, she didn't text back. And those were in the days where you wrote PTB on the end of every text message that said, which stood for please text back. And then it swiftly moved on to TB, which was text back. Then it moved on to nothing. And I was like, what? And it was those are the days also where you give kiss, kiss, kiss. And if no one gives you a kiss back, you're like, what's wrong? Like, what's happened? And now you just give a kiss emoji. It's funny how the world changes, right? But anyway, she didn't text back for like 2 days. I was gutted. I didn't tell anyone, didn't tell my mates, like, she's not texting back. They were like, how's it going? I'm like, oh yeah, it's going all right, yeah. Then all of a sudden, she texts back. She texts me, hey Frazer, like, how's things? Literally celebrated. I like did the happy dance. I was like, she just texted me. But because we had that break in communication, it was like, she has been thinking about me. Nice. So you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to have a break in communication, which is usually the weekend. Then on a Monday or Tuesday, I would say something like this. Hey, Bob, how's things? Pretty flippin' easy, right? Hey, Bob, how's things? Yeah, good, mate. How are you? Yeah, good, thanks, Bob. Bob. And then I'm going to say this line. I learned this from Big Al, and then I added a little bit extra onto it. Bob, just curious, would you be open to checking out some information on how to, space. Bob, just curious, would you be open to checking out some information on how to fire your boss? Bob, just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on how to play more golf? Bob, just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on how to travel more? Bob, just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on how to spend more time with your family? Bob, just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on how to make more money on social media? Bob, just curious, how would you make... You get the point, right? I can go faster, but I'm not going to. I'm tired, right? So, Bob, just curious, would you be open to checking out some more information on how to travel the world? No worries if not. I just thought I would ask. That sentence is fundamental. Why? It gives them an out. They can say, no, I'm not interested. And also, it makes your team members, honestly, it makes your team members so much comfortable because the majority of people hate selling. This isn't selling. This is asking if someone's open. This is asking if someone's open. If I was to tell you, right, go into the, Andy, mate, go into the streets of Newcastle tomorrow, mate, and go and, I know you would, but go and ask like everyone, like, hey, do you want to buy a car? Like, I've got this great car. It's a BMW Black 3 Series. It's amazing. Go. A lot of people would feel awkward about doing it. But if I asked the question, so Andy, hey, just go in the streets of Newcastle and ask people if they'd be interested in having a look at a new BMW, a deal on a new BMW. More people will go and do it. Because they've got nothing. If someone says no, it's nothing to lose. But if someone rejects you when you're trying to sell them something, they're like, oh, it's the worst thing ever. How do I know that? Because I used to be that person, right? I've been in network marketing before, guys. I have been where you guys are. I've hated the similar things that you've hated. All right? So you're going to get one of three answers. Yes, no, maybe. The maybe could be disguised as depends what it is. Is it one of those pyramid things? I think my girlfriend's dogs, cats, rabbits friend did one of those things one time, and they didn't make any money. They were in it for 3 days, and it didn't really work for them. Like, oh, something crashed. Not too sure what that was. Oh, paper. Right. So anyway, so that's going to happen, right? Now you're going to move on to step number 3, phase number 3, which is collecting commissions. Now, this is the part of the process where you really need to understand it does not matter what people say, whether they say yes or no. It really doesn't matter. And I'm going to give you some things to track in a sec that will help you. I've got 10 minutes left, then I've got to get onto another call. So this might go full on scouse mode, and I might just be blitz this, like proper like spitfire, and I'll be spitting going on all over the screen. I'll just be going really, really fast through this. Okay, so if someone says no, what do you say? Loser. No, you don't say loser. You say to them, hey, no worries, anything planned for the rest of the week. You don't burn the bridge. 70%, might be a little bit less than 70%. Probably it was 300 and something odd of the people I recruited in my career. Guess what they said to me the first 3 times? No. No, not interested, not for me. No, no, no. I just added them to a list and followed up with them every 3 months. Those 300 people ended up being responsible for 250,000 customers in my organization. I could have quit after the first no. I could have quit after the second no. I could have quit after the third no. But I didn't. Because I appreciate and understand that I got told about network marketing every single week of my life for 4 years. For 4 years. And eventually I said yes. And my dad had 300,000 customers in his team, thanks to me. Pretty much worth it, just asking the question every 3 months, I think. Right? So anyway, if they say yes or maybe, this is what you want to say. And this saying, I taught at GoPro and I had the best experience in my entire life so far. Not really, but like one of my best moments when I saw a guy called Matt Morris, who's got 1 million distributors in his team. He saw it and just got his phone out and then took a photo of the slide and then elbowed the person next to him, which is a guy called Johnny Wimbry, and just went. And I was like, life is complete. Life is complete. And there's another guy called, it was so funny, literally sat to the other side of Matt Morris. There's a guy called Jeff Roberti, and he's made $100 million in network marketing. And he's old school, right? He's like notepad and paper, which I love. He gets his pen out. Must have been like a Mont Blanc diamond encrusted pen or something like that. And then he got his notebook pen and just went, ooh. And I was like, yes, I'm in Jeff's book. That's brilliant. Anyway, and here's the line, right? I've hyped it up way too much now, right? So it's the first part of the line is not so impressive, but the second part is. It's a visual thing I would need to show you, right? So someone says, yes, I'm interested, or depends what it is, maybe. It's a visual thing I would need to show you. Now, here's the line that got Matt's attention and Jeff's. Still crazy thinking about it. The line was, when do you have 30 minutes to take out of your life to potentially take the rest of your life off? That was the line. So when do you have 30 minutes to take out of your life to potentially take the rest of your life off? Well, Frazer, what's the 30 minutes? The 30 minutes is your presentation. If it's 17 minutes, you say, it's a visual thing. It's a visual thing I would need to show you. When do you have 17 minutes to take out of your life to potentially take the rest of your life off? 9 a.m. tomorrow. I could do 9 a.m. I could do 9 a.m. tomorrow. But what is it? I'll message you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Remember, they should be begging for the link. So now they can't sleep that night. Some people, not everyone. Some people are like, I wonder what it is. I wish you just send me the link. And remember, guys, people need to be begging for your link. Don't just be going, oh, there it is. There you go. Just have the link. Why? Because you have no flipping idea when to follow up with someone. It's crap. I'll give the link I gave the link out to 20 people today. Not had any sales yet. How many have you followed up with? 20, but none of them have seen it yet. There's no urgency, there's no scarcity, there's no curiosity. Change it. So 9 a.m. comes. What do you do? There's the link. No, you still don't. Right? Are you ready? Question mark. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, we're on. We are on. If they don't reply, don't send the flipping link. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Okay, great. Right, you've got this recorded, so I'm going to say it. I'm not going to go slow, so you can write it down. You've got the recording here. So I'm going to send you the link to the information. It lasts 17 minutes. You'll be done at about 9:20. I will message you, contact you, call you, whichever you feel comfortable doing, at 9:25. Does that sound fair? I've asked that question to 12,000 people. Only 3 people have told me that's not fair. Only 3 people in the entire time I've done that. So it's a visual thing I would need to show you. When do you have 17 minutes to take out of your life to potentially take the rest of your life off? 9 a.m. tomorrow. What is it? What is it? What is it? I'll let you know. I'll message you tomorrow at 9 a.m. I've got to jump into another meeting. 9 a.m. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Great. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to send you a link to the information. It takes 17 minutes to complete. You'll be done at 9:20. I'll call you. I'll message you. I'll contact you at 9:25. Does that sound fair? Yes, it does. Great. There's the link. Now, what am I going to do at 9:25, 9:20? Hey, what did you like best? And here is the kicker, the killer, the hard part. 2/3 of people will actually say nothing. They'll give you a thumbs up. They'll see your message and not reply. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Because you don't want to play the convincing game. You don't want to play the convincing game. You want to play the game of this one is ready to go. This person is ready to go. That was amazing. Loved it. How much is it to get started? Those are the people I'm running with because that's exciting. That's thriving. The toxic people, I'm not interested in that. Team toxic, no thanks. Team thriving, yeah, let's go. Like, let's go, right? That's how you want to build a big business, guys. That's why you want to build a thriving business. You want to run with the people who are ready to go. Filter through, all right? So when it comes to collecting commissions, there's 5 things I want you to track, and I'll kind of end on this. 5 things that you need to track every day. If you want a business, you want an actual business, learn to track things. Go and ask a friend of yours who owns a business, whether it's a restaurant, a gym, or whatever it might be. I bet you anything they track their numbers, whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly. They don't just go, oh, I think it was a good month. I think it was. Like, how do we get better? Oh, I think we'll just beat it. No. That which you can track and measure, you can improve. I know a ton of you guys are shredded, right? And I know a lot of you guys are working on shredded so you can win that ISA body, right? Because it's flipping cool. That's real, real cool. You know, I'm embarrassed that I saw a guy who had like 12 abs. I think he had abs on his shins the other week at like the Aussie version. I was like, what is that? What is that? Like, that's, yeah, mad. Anyway. So the 5 things are the number of people you add daily. How many people are you adding every day? The second thing is how many people are you asking the question of, hey, Bob, don't say Bob to Mary, like change the name from Bob to Mary. Hey, Bob, like, would you be just curious? Would you be open to checking out some more information on an exciting project I'm working on? No worries. If not, just what I would ask. Right. That's the second one. The third one is how many people watch the tool, watch the present. Don't be a fool. Use a tool. Don't try and pitch it yourself. Right. How many people have watched the presentation? Fourth one is how many people say yes or no. That's not 2 separate things. That's the same thing. It doesn't matter if someone says yes or no. How many yeses or no's does you get? And the 5th thing is how much commissions did you earn in the month? Those are the 5 things to track. Now, what you do every month, and by the way, the commissions you earn, you can do monthly because it's hard. Some companies get paid daily, some people monthly, some people weekly and stuff, but monthly, track that. So now you know every month you can go in and add them up and go, right, I added 200 people. I asked a question to 50 people. I had 20 people watch the video. I had 12 yeses or no's, and I made $1,000. So this is what you do. You take the $1,000, the commissions you earned, and you divide it by the number of people who you asked the question to. Not the number of people who said yes or no, the number of people you asked the question to. So $1,000 was earned, great. I asked a question to 20 people. So that means every time I ask the question, I'm earning on approximately $50. So, Frazer, I really want to earn $10,000 a month. I really want to earn $10,000 a month. What do I need to do? What's your average at the moment? $50. Okay, well, what's $10,000 divided by 50? Like 200? You got to ask the question to 200 people then. They're like, really? Is that it? I'm like, law of averages? Yeah. Now, here's the thing. The bigger your team grows, it's not just you asking the question now. There's 5 of you asking the question. So now 5 of you have to ask 40 questions for you to hit that. Now the numbers are different. I'm just using example numbers, right? But don't get worried about the yes or no. Worry about how many people you're asking if they're open or not. Now, when it comes to momentum, I've got like 30 seconds left. Personal momentum comes before team momentum, and team momentum comes before company momentum. When Isagenix goes into momentum in the UK, you better watch out, because zeros will be added into everything. Zeros will be added into the invites, into the presentations, into the people at events, to your check, to your commissions, to your team size, to your customer size. And it will remove a zero from your career path. 20-year career, 2-year career. 40-year career, 4-year career. Right? 50-year career, 5-year career. But you've got to start with you. So get your team to track their numbers too. So as a group, at the beginning of the month, you can go, right, guys, how many people did you get? How many people did you ask the question to? And you have a team average, because the more data you get, the more you know your averages are. So you can say, hey guys, it even becomes a part of your pitch. So you know that question I asked you earlier, like just curious, would you be open? And you said yes. Like, did you know that every time we ask that question, on average, we're getting like $5? Could you see yourself doing that 200 times a month? Yeah, $1,000 a month then, potentially, right? It's numbers. I know, I love numbers and I know them, and that's how it works. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate you having me here. I'm a little bit late, but if you haven't already done so, I've got a book called I Dare You. There he is. Good lad. This is the basics, right? If you've read GoPro for network marketing, the core skills, this is the GoPro for social media. Like, I know I'm biased and it's hard for me to remain humble and saying that at the same time, but sod it. I'm going to say that. I think Tyler's got the link. I don't want to put links on here. It's not my Zoom call. Yeah. So if you have any problems with that, Tyler, if you need to get it from me, you can just message me, mate. Buy the book. It's pure gold. Appreciate that, John. Appreciate that. But Tyler, mate, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the fact that you opened this up to other teams as well. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys crush it. I know you and me have spoke about Success Summit as well, so it'd be cool to get some of you guys there. That would be awesome. I know me and Andy have spoke about it as well. That's coming in November. If it clashes with any Isagenix events, though, don't go to Success Summit. Go to Isagenix events, right? Because those guys know what they're doing. All right. Cool. Well, I appreciate you. Sorry it was fast and furious. I'm glad it's recording. I don't mean to be blunt, but I best shoot. All right? Love to you all.
Thank you so much, bro. Really,
all right, bro.
Appreciate it.
It's all right, mate. I hope to see you soon. All right, mate.
Appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.